going to take you guys along with me to explore my favorite area here in Tokyo. Also the area where I would recommend everyone to stay if you're coming to Tokyo. This area is called Asakusa, and it's famous for Senso-Ji temple, so you might have heard about it. They also have a lot of fun activities that you can do in this area. It's not as touristy, and the price for accommodation is actually better if you compare it to Shinjuku or Shibuya. So one of the popular landmarks in Tokyo is the Skytree, and it's also in Asakusa area. And if you want to get a good view of Skytree, you can either go there and also get on top of the building, or you can also come here to Sumida Park, which I think is a better viewpoint.
First of all, where are we? We are in Jin, which means military camp. And if you look around, one is real salmon roe and one is fake salmon roe. And defeated Bodhikura.
Oh, it looks so similar though.
Now when you're ready, take a piece or two with your fingers.
I really want to share this with you guys because it was actually really fun and it exceeded my expectation. So basically you learn how to make sushi, but also you play games and you learn about like some samurai things. So it's like a samurai themed sushi making class, which is so unique. But yeah, highly recommend. I think the duration is around like an hour and a half or a little bit longer than that, but we are super full. Like they have a lot of food. You also eat the sushi that you make, and like all the games also include eating activities. So I think this would be a really good activity to do with friends or family, so highly recommend. We just made it at probably the most touristy place here in Asakusa, which is Senso-Ji temple. And you probably have seen it with this big lantern behind me. This place is packed with tourists for a reason because there's so many things you can do here. There's a lot of like shops where you can eat, you can get street food, you can buy souvenirs. So now we're gonna explore around this and see what they have. I'm also really excited to try the street food because they have some of the best street food here in Asakusa. So this street is called Nakamise Shopping Street, and they're selling bunch of like street food, also like souvenir, and even some kitchenware. So yeah, you pretty much can like get anything you want from here, but the shops here do close pretty early. It's currently 4 p.m. and most of, I would say like around 50% of the shops already closed. So if you're planning to shop around here, you definitely want to come early. So you'll see people are also selling hair accessories or like fake hair, like a wig, because one of the most common activity you can do here is to rent a kimono. And then yeah, mostly people rent a kimono for a day and just take picture around the temple. Is it just me or that mannequin is really creepy? Right, so we have reached the main entrance where you can see this big, huge lantern, and apparently it weighs 700 kg, so you do want to be careful when you pass through it. Hopefully it doesn't fall upon you, but I'm pretty sure that it's pretty safe. So pretty. Look at the background. Oh my god, I just can't get over this background. Asakusa is probably one of the best area you want to explore here in Tokyo, because you got so many places that you can explore around this area. You got the Senso-Ji temple, you got the Sumida Park, the Skytree, and the nice thing is, even though around Senso-Ji temple it can get pretty touristy, but if you just go like a block or 2 blocks away, it's actually pretty chill. Not a lot of people, and you also see a lot of locals living in this area. And also from Senso-Ji to Shibuya or Shinjuku, it usually only takes 30 to 40 minutes away with the train. So yeah, you still can go explore around Shinjuku, Shibuya, or Ginza. But the cost of accommodation here in Asakusa is relatively cheaper compared to those areas that I mentioned. Aside from the cost, I also really think it's nice when you visit a country to just venture out a little bit outside of the touristy area and see how the locals live, and I feel like I got to see that in Asakusa. So right now I'm in Hoppy Street, which is like a very unique name for a street, but apparently they name it Hoppy because of a type of beverage that they have before. So it's kind of like beer, but a cheaper version of beer. And this street is filled with izakaya, or like where people get to eat yakitori, the skewers, and also drink hoppy or beer. So that's why they call it Hoppy Street. If you want to shop around, then you want to check out Sushi Street, which is only a couple minutes away from Senso-Ji, and here they have a lot of duty-frees. They have GU, Uniqlo, and also a lot of like restaurants around. Also, this is probably a very unpopular opinion, but I know how people always say like things in Japan are just very neat and clean. But one thing that I noticed, especially after being here longer, is like how people ride bicycle in the middle of the street. Like sometimes it's kind of dangerous. Like there's a couple times when I almost bumped into one of them because they're just like coming from every single direction. So you do want to be careful when you're walking. Like pay attention to your surrounding, because a bike might come anytime around you. I just walk around like 3 minutes away from like Hoppy Street or so, like Senso-Ji temple, and it's a completely different ambience. I feel like you can get away from the bustling scene of a touristy place. So make sure that you guys check out Asakusa, or maybe book your next accommodation in this area next time you're coming to Tokyo. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy following me around this area, and I'll see you on my next vlog. Bye!